In other news, a disconnected 911 call this morning brought police to condos on Whispering Pines Way in Fitchburg. It turned into an officer-involved shooting. WMTV's Marcus Arsvold has been at that scene all day. Marcus, the Fitchburg police chief, gave us some new details.
Yeah, in an update since our 11 a.m. show, we know officers responded to that 911 call here at these condos at 8 a.m. That's when they found a couple who was fighting, and the one man in the couple had a weapon, and they say he charged at officers. That's when officers fired, shot, and injured him. Fitchburg Police Chief Alfonso Morales says officers shot and injured the man. He's currently in stable condition in the hospital and will be put into custody once released from the hospital. The chief says the suspect is 28-year-old resident of Fitchburg. The partner of the suspect is doing fine. The chief did not identify the couple or say what kind of weapon the man had, only that he was holding it when he ran at responding officers. No police officers were injured.
They identified or were able to locate the two individuals involved in the altercation. One of those individuals was armed with a weapon and charged the officers.
The officer who shot at the man is on administrative leave. DCI is now in charge of the case. For now, live in Fitchburg, Marcus Arsvold, WMTV 15 News.